What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I want to go over a quick recap on our best trade of the day, ticker INDO. This was a low float stock that moved on extremely high volume, and we were lucky enough to get some OSO bracket orders placed on the trade bar or on the matrix stacked on the bids above. Or a break of highs. And I'll show you how I did that here in a second. So, we have, and you might hear the scans in the background. I run all of my scans for free in my Discord. So you might hear it start yelling at us. So if you do, please don't mind. I'm doing this market hours or during the market while I'm streaming. The first alert that we got was by Trade Ideas. It was a halt alert, and it showed that ticker INDO was halted at $4.37, 1.5 million shares, up on 105,000 shares. So it was very low volume that halted this stock, but it was such a low float stock that it was worth watching for that sake alone. And the alert was at 437 or 430, yeah, 437. So that's right here at this level. So that's the top of this candle that you see here on the chart. So this was the halt, and then it unhalted. It came down a little bit like it does. It touched this is the 10-minute EMA, 9 EMA, and bounced right off of there. But it just dipped down and then broke highs, and then it never came back down after that until later on the day. It made it a very strong move. So the first alert was 437. So this is when we start making our game plan, and we say, okay, well, it has 105,000 shares. Yes, it's a low flow, but we're going to need more volume for this thing to be really attractive. So we'll place a few orders stacked to the top for maybe some scalps, and maybe leave one with a lotto just in case it runs. So we go to the next scan here. This is at 9:58. At 10:05, we were then alerted that this thing it unhalted, and then it hit high of day at $5. So it broke its highs and hit a high of $5. But we can see here that it had 105,000 shares, and it went up to 644,000 shares. So it went up about 500,000 shares, or just over 500,000 shares within just a few minutes. So then we can look here, 10:09, we were alerted again. This thing was now 583, so you can see it went from 437, $5, 583. So it made over a dollar move since it came out of the halt. And then we can see that the shares here, or the volume, 1.8 million share volume at this point. So within minutes, this thing had almost 2 million shares of volume. So you knew this thing something was going on here. And I didn't see any specific news to pair with this. This was just solely a volume / float type of play for me. So I would play this with a strategy of keeping my stop losses where I'm comfortable, and I would go into it a lot of times with a stock like this running on this kind of volume. I would be buying break of highs, and I'll show you how. So with TradeStation, this is the chart here. 10-minute went running up all the way up, hit a high of 921. So we got alerted at $4.37. It hit a high of $9.21 on its top of its move. So even if you scaled out and just left some for a lottery pick until it broke this VWAP here, or even if it broke this 9 EMA, you're still up a few dollars per share minimum. So it was just such a really nice trade, a really great trade for us. And it doesn't often happen like this. I would like to say that we got lucky on this one because oftentimes what will happen is these low float stocks will run up, and they'll run up extremely fast, so it's hard to get in the move, and then they'll run down twice as fast, and that's a lot of times that's where people are trying to buy pullbacks. And on stocks running this fast, it's hard to get a pullback and have a nice comfortable entry without getting stopped. So I'll show you how I placed the order. So I didn't mean to do that. Pull that back up. Just give me a second. I'll show you how I did it. I want to keep the chart up as well over here. So let me just minimize it down. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get these out of the way here. These were the alerts. And so this is a simulated account. This is on TradeStation. This is a desktop on TradeStation that I have set up. I use them for my day trading often. I don't use them as much pre-market because they are not available until after 8 in the morning. But I will use them during the market hours. And what I love about them is the availability to place the OSO orders just by one click, and then be comfortable and know where I'm sitting. So An OSO order is a bracket order. It allows you to place an order on the matrix, and I'll show you here. I'll go up here and I'll place an order here. So if I place that there, it automatically places a limit order to purchase my shares if this stock hits $7.52. So if it hits $7.52, it's going to then purchase my 2,000 shares. But what it's going to do here, and this is an OSO order, is it has a profit taking. So I'm supposed to sell this. So this is a strict scalp. So this is supposed to purchase at 752, and if it runs up and rips up to 756, it's going to sell the whole position. So we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4 cent gain. So not real huge. It's not a real strong gain, but this is what I'll do often when I'm looking to get into a stock and I'm not really sure if it's going to break the levels and if it's going to hold the levels. Because a lot of times I'll place the bid or the order right above like a penny high of the highs. So I'll come over here and say, I go to the 5-minute candles and I'll say, okay, I'm looking at this one and I'm looking at the high here. We're looking at a 710 high. So, okay. So I'm going to go to NDO, INDO, which is the one we're on here. I'm going to look for a 710 high. That's right here. So 711. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just place an order a penny above those highs. And if it breaks those highs, I look at it as a bullish move for momentum, and I'm looking to scalp that move really fast. So if it breaks the highs, makes the 4 or 5 cent gain, it's going to then scale out my position, and I'm going to be then not holding any more of my shares, and I'm going to be in the profit or in the green. So it's not a huge order, but what you can do is you can increase the size, and you can get a quicker a scalp on a bigger size and get yourself a little bit more profit. Or I'll show you what you can do here in a second. So the OSO order has a profit-taking ability up here, so it's going to take profit. It's going to execute the order at 7:11. It's going to then take profit at 7:15. But if the trade were to go south on me and I hit the penny high and then drop down, which can happen, and it happens sometimes fairly often, especially in the market we have today, the OSO order is great because it allows you to have a strict game plan when making trades. So yes, I'm in here at the 711, but if it rips down, it's going to execute a stop market order at $6.91. So it has a custom order attached to it. So if you go over to the trade bar here, you can see I have the different share size, but the OSO, attach OSO, you just check this box here, and then you can go to this here, and you click on that, and you can see that it's moving now. So we'll see if this thing hits, but I'm going to hit the 3 dots here on the side, and you can see, if you go over, you can see what I have set for my settings. So this is a 20-cent stop loss, and it's a trailing stop loss. So that's what's attached to this order here. So if I am to come to the matrix here, cancel this order out, and again, I'll place again at the 711. So we're about to break that high, and we'll see what happens. If it breaks the high, it will purchase these shares and then go. And again, this is a simulated account. This is just recapping what I did today. So what I did today was a little bit different. I was not sure if it was going to break highs, but I knew that if it did break highs, it had the possibility with the low flow and enough volume to really explode. So what I did was I stacked the matrix here. So what you can do is you can place the one order that is a scalp order there. So if it goes a penny above the high, I look at it as a momentum bullish move, and I'm in at 2,000 shares looking for a 4-cent scalp. I have my 20-cent scalp or 20-cent stop market attached to it. That's a trail. So if this thing moves up 4 cents or 3 cents, this trail is going to move up 3 cents. So at worst case scenario, it moves up to 3 cents and then drops back down, and then I get stopped out. But what I want to show you is you can stack the bids as well. So what I did with INDO earlier today was I stacked these. So I thought, okay, a penny break, maybe it will break a penny, but a lot of times I've seen it break the penny, rip back down, break the next penny, rip back down. So what I did was I stacked it. You can click here and you have another order stacked on it with the same type of scenario or game plan. You have your 20-cent stop loss, you have your 4-cent profit taking scalp, and it's all set right there. So it's going to purchase for you, sell for you, or sell for you if it goes south. Either way, it's just a one click. It's going to take care of it for you. So I stacked the bids on INDO earlier, and I did a few $2,000 orders, and then the last one I just placed on it. I placed on with a normal order just like that. And so I clicked the box and I attached it without an OSO. So when the order goes through, I have a hotkey that I can hit the hotkey, and that order right there will then be attached, have a trailing stop loss attached to it as well. But it will be a order where I can hold the lottery pick rather than just sell out. So I'll cancel these out and I'll show you how I did that again. So to stack the OSO orders, you click the box, and this is on TradeStation. Again, this is a simulated account just for example purposes. And you come over here, and again, if I think a 7-11 break is a bullish momentum move, and that's where I want to purchase, I just have to click there. And then once this stock reaches $7.11, it's going to purchase my shares. It's going to then sell my shares if it hits the $7.15. But if it goes south, my game plan is set in stone, a 20-cent stop loss. Now, this is a stop market, a stop loss market order. So there can be slippage here. So you may have a few cent slippage. So you have to anticipate that. So if you think that 20 cents is too far away, adjust it, and always trade in a simulator similar to this, where you can practice these different orders and kind of get a feel of if you rather have a trailing stop loss or a hard stop loss, or if you'd rather buy the break of momentum or buy a bid order or buy a pullback or anything. You just can practice in a simulator like this, and I highly recommend that. But so we have the order set at 7-11. We then stack it 7-12 another order, 7-13 another order, 7-14 another order, 7-15 another order. So if this were to rip through real fast, then what's going to happen, and this is what happened earlier today, is it ripped through, it purchased my shares while also selling my shares on the way up, all in one motion. Now, sometimes you'll see it pop up, pull back, pop up, pull back. And if it does that, then a lot of times you may get stopped out if you have your stop too close. But in my opinion, it's better to have a game plan, have that stop ready and in place. Better to be safe than sorry. Get stopped out, and then you can re-enter later. You can always place another bid on the top of highs and wherever you feel comfortable. So I'll show you that one more time, and we'll go ahead and click here. So 707, I believe that, okay, that's, or I'll go down here. I think 706, once we get past this little wall right here of sellers, then I believe we're going to be good. So here, 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 and here, I stack the bid with bids, or I stack the trade with bids. So this is how you can execute this order. And again, if you wanted to mess around with this, there is all different orders, OSO orders that you can customize. This is all through TradeStation. You can customize these orders to take less profit instead of selling the whole order. This is a full scalp. I do have orders on here that I have custom that are designed to take profit on the way up, but not the full amount. So that way you still have that lottery pick left with it. And you can click those and just click them one stop, and there you go, you're on. So I hope this helps, guys. If this was any value to you, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.